Find the furnace's main power switch fast by checking the nearby wall switch, fused pull-out box, or labeled service disconnect that cuts both control and heating power. To identify and safely confirm the main power switch for a furnace, first visually scan the wall adjacent to the furnace and the equipment closet for a switch plate labeled furnace, heater, or pilot. Many homes use a simple single-pole switch that looks like a light switch but is wired to the furnace control circuit. If you do not find a wall switch, look for a fused disconnect or breaker style pull-out mounted on or near the furnace cabinet. These are often a small metal box with a pull handle or a fuse access that when removed isolates the unit. Turn the thermostat off and verify the blower and control lights are off before touching anything. Then flip the suspect wall switch or pull the disconnect and watch for the control board LEDs to go dark and the inducer or blower to stop, which confirms you've cut main control power. Use a non-contact voltage tester at the switch terminals or the furnace control board's low voltage screw terminals to confirm absence of 24-volt control power before service. If you use a multimeter, measure across the common and hot low voltage terminals, expecting about 24 volts when energized and 0 when the disconnect is open. Remember, many modern systems have a separate high voltage service switch for the blower or compressor, usually a fused box near the unit, and a separate 24-volt transformer feeding the thermostat. Both must be considered when troubleshooting power issues. If the furnace is hardwired instead of using a switch, the main service disconnect may be the breaker in the main electrical panel. Clearly label it after confirming so future access is quick and safe. For reset procedures, always follow the manufacturer's recommended sequence. Shut off all power, wait 30 seconds, restore control power first, then restore main power, and allow the control board to complete its startup routine to avoid lockouts. If you are unsure or see signs of electrical damage, call a licensed heating, ventilation, and air conditioning technician to avoid safety risks. One of the most common thermostat wiring and replacement mistakes is misidentifying the common wire or 24-volt transformer, causing dead thermostats and no crisp power transfer. Fix this by tracing the transformer leads from the furnace control board to the thermostat cable, labeling the common and hot leads, and confirming 24 volts between the identified terminals before hooking up the new thermostat. One of the frequent errors is not shutting off the correct furnace main power switch or breaker, which risks control board damage and personal injury. Remedy that by verifying the wall switch, fuse disconnect, or breaker shuts both the control and high voltage circuits, and double check power is removed with a voltage tester. One of the typical issues is assuming a wall switch is ornamental or only for lights when it, in fact, controls the furnace. Solve that by flipping suspected switches while watching furnace indicators and by consulting wiring diagrams on the furnace door or the owner's manual to map the service disconnect location. BigHomeProjects.com lists local heating, ventilation, and air conditioning professionals, and includes detailed category filters so homeowners can quickly find trusted contractors who handle thermostat wiring and furnace service. The directory also helps contractors get work by allowing them to showcase verified credentials, customer reviews, and specific services like thermostat replacement and furnace main power diagnostics.